Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from group AS2555A. We'll be presenting about zoonotic disease called brucellosis. This group consists of 5 members: Nur Amirah binti Batolona, Nurul Ami Shazliana binti Michael, Hewi Goduki, Nur Liana binti Zainal, and Nur Aisyah Shahirah binti Sarudin.
So I start our presentation with introduction of brucellosis. Brucellosis is an infection disease caused by bacteria of the genus Brucella. This disease is also known as Malta fever, Andalan fever, and Mediterranean fever. Brucellosis is endemic in regions like Middle East, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. It is a zoonotic disease, meaning it can be transmitted from animals to humans, making it a significant public health concern. Next, we proceed to the characteristic of Brucella bacteria. Brucella bacteria is small in size and it is a rod-shaped microorganism, but they're also known as Coccobacilli. Brucella bacteria are also aerobic. They require oxygen to survive, and they are classified as facultative intracellular pathogen, which means they can survive and replicate inside the host cells. They are gram-negative, meaning that they are not retain the violet stain in the gram staining process. The fourth characteristic consists of 12 recognized species. However, there are only 4 species that are considered highly pathogenic to humans. I continue with the Brucella species. So the first one is Brucella melitensis. Brucella melitensis is commonly found at sheep and goats, and it's the most virulent and the leading cause of human brucellosis. So the second one is Brucella abortus. Brucella abortus commonly found in cattle and bison cause bovine brucellosis, and it is transmissible to human. The third one is Brucella suis. Brucella suis can be found in pigs and wild boars. It also can infect humans, often through occupational exposure. So the fourth one is Brucella canis. Brucella canis are associated with dogs, but the zoonotic cases are rare, but it is possible.
Next, I will explain about infection and symptoms of brucellosis. As mentioned earlier, we already know what is brucellosis, so I just go through to present about infection and symptoms of brucellosis. There were several methods that involve of method infection, which is ingation, contact, inhalation, venereal transmission, and vertical transmission. First mode of infection is ingation of contaminated source. Wildlife often contract brucellosis by consuming Brucella-infected tissue or fluid. Source of contamination involve aborted fetus or placenta, where this material contain high concentration of Brucella bacteria. Next source involve of contaminated water or vegetation. This is because bacteria can survive in cool, moist environment for weeks until a month. So, wildlife who is feeding in that area may ingest the bacteria. Second mode of infection is direct contact between wildlife in the specific area. Wildlife can become infected through cuts or abrasion in the skin when they have come to the direct contact with a vaginal discharge of infected animal or by blood, milk, tissue from the infected individual. This is often occur in the high density of population. Next, we move to the next mode infection, which is inhalation, where Brucella bacteria can sterilize in the dusty environment, especially in the area contaminated by infected fluid or tissue. Next, venereal transmission, where sexual contact during mating can spread disease, particularly when males are carriers of brucellosis in their reproductive organ. Lastly, vertical transmission, where pregnant wildlife may pass infection to their young through utero or during birth throughout exposure to the infected birth fluids. Next, we move to a second part, which is symptom. Wildlife may have been showing a specific symptom when they got brucellosis, but still shed the bacteria in their feces and urine, posing risk of spreading this infection. But here is a few symptoms that we can see. First is reproductive issue, which is abortion. Brucellosis most common occur in late term of abortion. This is also involve infertility, and when it's become chronic, it affects both male and female. For the next symptom is general symptom like fever, then the wildlife will display a weakness. They also face with weight loss. This is causes of emaciation due to systematic illness and reduced appetite. Other symptom involves lameness, bone joint inflammation, and up to become endangered species. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, moving on to the impacted or target wildlife. The first one, we got here bison. So, what is their role in the ecosystem? They shape the landscape through grazing to promote plant diversity. So, what did brucellosis did to them? They cause reproductive issue, reducing their population and impacting the ecosystem balance. The second one we got here is elk. So they influence the plant community and composition and structure through grazing, just like before. So what did brucellosis did to them? They cause abortions and reduce fertility, leading to population declines and altering the dynamic of the ecosystem. Next, we got here is European hares. So they are prey for many predators, and they also take a role in seed dispersal and vegetation management. So what did brucellosis do to them? They cause reproductive failure, affecting their population and the species that depend on them for food. As we all know, hares are food or prey for many predators that exist in the ecosystem. And the last one is marine mammals, seals and sea lion. So they are the top predators in a food web, and they take a role in balancing the marine food web. So what did brucellosis did to them? They cause reproductive issue, impacting their population and potentially affecting the population of their prey and other species in the food web. So from all of this, they cause reproductive issue, abortion, and also reduced fertility that can cause a decline in their population, each species that I mentioned. So, to sum up, brucellosis not only impact the wildlife that I have mentioned before, but they also impact the food web, altering the species interaction, and also impact the entire ecosystem. As we all know, each of the species that exist in the natural habitat is important in the food web. If they are gone, they're going to alter the food web.
We move on to threats of brucellosis. Brucellosis poses a significant threat to wildlife. Brucellosis is a widespread reproductive disease, commonly causing abortion, death of young ones, and stillbirth. Infected animals may also experience retained placenta or birth of weak calves, delayed calving, male fertility, and marked reduction in milk yield. In severe cases, it can also be a reason for testicular abscesses, metritis, or orchitis that can lead to lifetime infertility. Brucellosis can also cause bone and joint problems, which leads to arthritis and lameness. These complications make it difficult for animals to move and forage, leading to malnutrition and increased vulnerability to predators. Additionally, this health issue poses serious challenges to wildlife conservation. Population may decline due to reproductive problems and increased mortality rates. Moreover, conservation efforts are hindered as the health and reproductive success of endangered species are compromised, making conservation efforts more challenging. Next, threats of brucellosis to humans. Brucellosis poses serious health risks to individuals with occupational exposure. Veterinarians, farmers, farm laborers, meat inspectors, stockmen, and laboratory workers are at risk of exposure to brucella through direct contact with infectious animal secretions and the inhalation of contaminated aerosols. Those infected may experience a range of clinical symptoms such as intermittent fever, chronic fatigue, excessive sweating, joint pain, and headaches. In most severe cases, the disease can lead to complications like endocarditis, arthritis, and osteomyelitis, which require intensive medical treatment. Brucellosis also causes economic problems. Chronic illness can reduce individuals' ability to work, especially in jobs like farming or taking care of animals, which leads to less income. On top of that, costs of healthcare, including extended medical treatments or potential hospitalization, can be expensive, and this adds more financial stress for families and healthcare systems. Brucellosis is not just harmful to animals and humans, it also affects the environment. According to the article research, the bacteria have the ability to survive in the environment several months in cool, moist conditions, and it will permanently shed if all potential shedders are not diagnosed and sent to slaughter or removed. Even with cleaning and disinfection, it's nearly impossible to get rid of all the bacteria from the environment. Next, the disease can disrupt wildlife populations, which throws the balance of ecosystems off. Contaminated soil and water also harm plants, which are essential for other animals. This makes it harder to protect the environment and wildlife.
In conclusion, both livestock and wildlife are greatly affected by brucellosis, a highly contagious bacterial infection that can cause reproductive problems and pose a zoonotic threat to people. In order to prevent it from spreading and safeguard wildlife population and public health, effective countermeasures such as immunization, good hygiene, and surveillance are essential. One health approach is necessary for preventing brucellosis, combining environmental, animal, and human health techniques to accomplish complete control and prevention. That's all from us. Thank you.